Imagine being such a legendary scammer that you don't just steal credit cards. You casually invent an entire country out of thin air and sell it to rich people until half of them literally cease to exist. Meet Gregor McGregor, the final boss of catfishing and the most unhinged menace in human history. In 1821, this absolute madman looked at a literal mosquito-infested swamp in Central America and told British high society, "Yeah, this is a 5-star tropical paradise called Poyais, and I'm officially its prince." Drop a like right now, because his strategy was pure evil genius. Step 1. Spawn a legendary backstory. You can't just be a random guy selling dirt. You need to walk into high society parties wearing a ridiculous, self-designed uniform covered in fake military medals, radiating pure, unearned confidence. Step 2. Weaponize paperwork, because human critical thinking completely crashes the second you show them a shiny wax seal. Gregor printed elaborate fake land deeds. He paid artists to draw grand theaters, massive mansions, and pristine rivers flowing with literal, actual gold. He even published an entire fake guidebook filled with developer cheat codes, claiming the soil was so overpowered you could harvest crops 3 times a year. But he didn't stop there. To make the Matrix feel real, he casually printed his own Poyais monopoly money and opened an official bank right in the middle of London. He targeted wealthy, upper-class investors who wanted to get rich doing zero work, hitting them with the ultimate FOMO. He told everyone slots were filling up fast, and it worked. People actively traded their life savings for his worthless, colorful paper. He made millions overnight. But here's where the story takes a dark, chaotic turn. Gregor didn't just take the cash and ghost. He actually let them charter ships to go find it. In 1822, 2 ships packed with eager settlers set sail across the Atlantic Ocean, convinced they were the main characters. They brought official uniforms for government jobs that didn't exist. After 2 agonizing months at sea, the ships dropped anchor, and everyone realized they were completely cooked. There were no ports, there were no mansions, there was no welcome drink, just a dense, terrifyingly silent jungle. The settlers stepped onto a barren, swampy beach, holding their worthless maps, waiting for the city to magically render. Spoiler alert, it didn't. The pristine rivers flowing with gold were actually just mosquito-infested death traps packed with yellow fever and malaria. Instead of luxury estates, these wealthy aristocrats were fighting for their lives in makeshift mud huts. To make it worse, a tropical storm smashed their ships and washed away their food, leaving them completely stranded. They tried to buy food from local indigenous tribes using their fake Poyais dollars, and the tribes looked at them like they had completely lost their minds. Within months, more than half of the settlers tragically passed away. When a passing vessel finally rescued the survivors and brought the truth back to London, the internet mob of the 1820s went absolutely feral. They wanted the prince's head on a spike. So, what did our master grifter do? Did he delete his account? Did he apologize? Absolutely not. He packed his bags and moved straight to France to run it back. He walked right into Parisian high society and started selling shares in the exact same fake country all over again. The French government actually had a few brain cells, though. They noticed a sudden influx of people applying for passports to a country that literally did not exist on any map, so they threw Gregor in jail. But here's the most mind-blowing plot twist. Gregor used his maxed-out charisma to completely charm the jury, blamed the entire tragedy on bad management, and walked out of the courtroom a completely free man. He kept the stolen millions, retired to Venezuela as a celebrated war hero, and died peacefully in a luxury bed. The Poyais scam remains the most audacious real estate fraud in human history. One man successfully sold a country that only existed in his own mind. So, what's the lesson here? Is it that honesty is the best policy? Or that human greed will make people believe literally anything if the lie is big enough? Yeah, definitely the second one. So, if anyone wants to buy a premium plot of land on my exclusive, newly discovered private island, hit me up in the comments. Just make sure you bring cash. No POYE dollars accepted.